You lost your job, and your brother asked you if you wanted to come and live with him, at least temporarily.
Yes, ma'am.
You would say that's nice of him.
Yes.
The last few years, I mean, when he comes home, he doesn't even talk. He just goes straight to his bedroom and closes the door, like my partner does.
Oh.
Like, wasn't even talking to me. He was, very angry with me because of this, because he blames me in a way for how he behaved.
Okay, Mr. Chauffeur, the defendant is your much younger half-brother.
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you?
40.
And you, sir?
23.
And from what I gather from the papers, your mom died 3 years ago?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were living with her at the time?
No, I was not. I was actually staying in my own rental place in the same hometown of Eunice, Louisiana.
Were you working?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did there come a point when you stopped working?
Yes, ma'am.
When was that?
It was shortly after my relocation to Arcadia, Florida, and I was out of work for several months.
So you relocated shortly after your mom died. In Florida, is that where your brother lived?
No, he lives on South Beach.
But also in Florida?
Yes.
And when you moved to Florida, from what I gather from the papers, things didn't go well for you. You lost your job. And your brother asked you if you wanted to come and live with him, at least temporarily.
Yes, ma'am.
You would say that's nice of him.
Yes, ma'am.
And who does your brother live with?
His best friend, Ivan.
And Ivan was okay with it?
Yes, ma'am.
So in what month and year did you pack up your things from Arcadia and move in with your brother?
I actually do not have an exact recollection of that date and time.
It was November of 2020.
So right in the middle of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of house does your brother have? House, apartment?
It's a condo.
How many bedrooms?
1.
Where did you sleep?
On the sofa.
So it was clear then that you're a grown man, he's a grown man, he's got a roommate. I assume you split the costs of the apartment with the roommate?
He's my partner.
Do you split the costs?
No.
You don't? Who pays the rent?
He does. He pays the mortgage and everything.
So he pays all of the expenses. By the way, how was your partner with your brother moving in?
He was happy with him coming. I mean, because, he thought it would be good for me and that it would be good for him, because where he was living before, he was not living in very good conditions and not with a very good person. And from the day that I met the person he was living with before, I said, he's got to go. I didn't want him there anymore, So when the opportunity presented itself, I asked him to come live with me, and he came.
Okay. So we were staying on the couch. There's one bedroom, and I assume that you weren't contributing to any of the household finances.
I have a monthly rent of $300.
So you pay them $300?
A month, yes.
And when did that start?
It was about a year and a half after when I had picked up my first job.
Okay, so you lived there rent-free, and they covered your expenses for a year and a half.
Yes.
Nice. But then, what I gather from reading these papers, things started to get sticky, because I assume you knew that this was not a permanent arrangement, sleeping on a couch. You knew that.
Yes, ma'am.
That's not the way, you live in a one-bedroom apartment sleeping on the couch. It was supposed to be temporary. And I gather things got a little testy, because you ever heard of the old adage that fish and company start to smell after 3 days? Ever hear that?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, now we're into your 3rd year. And you both acknowledge that there was some arguing in the house after a period of time?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Between the two of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What about his partner?
His partner was not involved in the argument.
My partner he wouldn't tell him anything, but he would come to me anytime he did anything that he didn't like. I would have to hear about it.
Okay. He's your brother, you take care of him.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yes, ma'am.
So there had been one such argument, and then from what I'm reading, you had a doctor's appointment.
Yes, ma'am.
And there had been a little episode maybe the night before or the day before, so you thought maybe it would be a good idea for your brother to drive to the doctor's appointment where you could have a discussion with him.
Yes, ma'am.
And that was on the 15th of May of 2023.
Yes, ma'am.
So you want to tell me what happened that morning and getting into the car, because it is your claim that your brother assaulted you and physically injured you during the course of that car ride to the doctor. That's what this case is about.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I was a little upset with Johnny because the night before he was yelling and cursing at me with the door open, and some of my neighbors came outside and they were like They were looking at us and they were like, what's going on? And that became kind of common with him because he likes to yell and scream. I'm a very soft-spoken person. I don't yell and scream even when I'm mad. I stay very calm. And, my partner was complaining to me, and we were kind of at odds with each other because of this over the last few years. I mean, when he comes home, he doesn't even talk. He just goes straight to his bedroom and closes the door, like my partner does.
Oh.
Like, he wasn't even talking to me. He was, very angry with me because of this, because he blames me in a way for how he behaved.
Okay, so you're going to a hematology appointment. Did you ask your brother to join you, or did he?
He wanted to come. He insisted on coming because he didn't want to be left home alone. And he usually would accompany me to the doctor's office anyway. Like, he would most always come with me. Even if we were not arguing, it didn't make a difference. He would almost always come with me. And so we started driving, and when we were in the express lane, and there's no way to stop in the express lane because there's no shoulder, when he opened the door and was saying he was going to jump out of the car.
No, but you were arguing before that.
What I was telling him, I told him is basically that Ivan had had enough and that I had enough and that he needed to move out. He needed to go back to his family in Louisiana, or he needed to make some other arrangement because I couldn't take the stress anymore. I had health problems at the time.
Is that what he told you?
Yes, ma'am.
I just couldn't take it anymore because of the stress.
How did you respond to that?
Not well.
Tell me what you did.
We were having a discussion about what had happened the night before, after he had talked about him and Ivan having an issue with me. I mean, at the point of I wanted to go with him to the doctors to smooth this over. And more or less, it was to the point where he was just verbally berating me at that point. And it was...
Did he tell you that both he and his partner wanted you to move and find a suitable place to live?
Yes.
And when he told you that, and you reacted badly, did you try to open the car door?
Yes, ma'am. It was only a ruse, though. I just wanted him to stop.
That was in your mind, that it was only a ruse. You asked him to stop. Your brother said, can't stop here. It's in an express lane. You're on a highway?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're going at least 50, 60 miles an hour on Parkway. And you went to open the car door. I'm going to ask you, at that point, you're pretending, but he doesn't know that you're pretending to open the car door. I want you to tell me what happened, Mr. Doucette.
Well, when I opened the car door in order to make an attempt to have him cease the verbal beating that he was giving me, he reached over, and in my perspective, I thought he was violently grabbing me, and I acted on impulse.
How did he grab you? By the shirt, by the hair?
Elbow.
So you're driving,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
I assume his right hand grabbed you like this. Is that right? And grabbed your left elbow.
Yes, ma'am.
And your reaction was to hit him.
Yes, ma'am.
So you took your right hand and hit him. Where did you hit him?
In between his eyebrows.
Did the car stop?
No.
Kept going?
Yes, ma'am.
For how long?
I imagine it was hardly 15 to 20 minutes before we got him to the hospital.
Well, you got him to the hospital because he was bleeding?
Yes, ma'am. Profusely.
Do you have the hospital report, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to see it, because we already then have the fact that he put his hand on you, in all probability, to stop you because he thought you were going to jump out of the car. Your reaction was to punch him. That's what happened. It's not so crazy unusual. There's a bad cut there. Was that just from your hand, or did you have a ring on or something? That's a pretty bad cut, so that's pretty powerful.
It was my knuckle bone.
No, that's a pretty devastating blow. You're lucky you could drive.
Yeah.
Well, it was clearly, Mr. Doucette, an assault on your brother, and he was clearly injured. That's what the basis of this case is. When did you move out?
Almost 2 months after.
When did he move out?
It was a few months later. It was like maybe in October, the beginning of October, or September or October.
When did you file this case?
A few months ago, like in October, I think. I filed it with the court just a few weeks ago, actually. I thought you meant with you guys.
Is what you're saying that you filed this case
Just
to
after
appear
New
before
Year's.
me in October, and then you filed it in court sometime more recently?
Yeah, in January, the beginning of January.
In court?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have medical insurance?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the medical insurance covered most of your medical bill?
Yes, ma'am.
Was there any payment beyond that?
I had to go to Pensacola to visit a plastic surgeon that I'm friends with to see if there was anything he could do for me. I went to see him twice, and basically he gave me silicone gel to put on the scar. He's a good friend of mine, and so he didn't charge me anything.
Okay. You don't see it, really.
It's,
As you get older, you find that you look at yourself a little less, or you put the mirror a little farther away. You don't see these little things, otherwise you would have nightmares and be up all night. So you stayed home for a couple of months. How was the couple of months that you spent before you moved out after the assault?
I felt terrible.
I assume that you did. Where are you living now?
In West Palm Beach,
Good. With whom?
shelter.
Is that the shelter that you moved into when you moved out of the condo?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you working?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what the shelter is like, Mr. Doucette.
Just very nice people, generally keep to themselves. I keep to myself, and
Have your own room?
I share a room with another person there.
Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You see a doctor regularly?
Yes, ma'am.
Weekly?
Weekly. Yes, ma'am.
Weekly. Through the shelter?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I also see a therapist weekly through the shelter.
That's what I was talking about.
Oh, my bad.
Okay. All right, good. So it sounds as if you're in a reasonable place now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. So you acknowledge how badly you felt after this assault. It was really an unprovoked assault. He was probably trying to pull you back so that you wouldn't hurt yourself. Because I have a feeling that your brother loves you a great deal. But you're probably better off outside of somebody else's social situation, by yourself, whether it's by yourself at a shelter or hopefully someday in a place of your own. Understand, Mr. Schaeffler, that I'm going to issue a judgment in your favor, but it's not going to be a crippling judgment against your brother. I think that he understands that what he did was wrong. You're entitled to a monetary award. You had some pain and suffering. Certainly you understand what his situation is. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,500. We're finished. Thank you very much.
I caused my brother unnecessary suffering. I mean, at least he got a little bit of something for it, as opposed to the hell and grief I gave him.
he needed something to happen to him to get him to see reason and behave himself, because he's kind of out of control.
A lot of pain. It's bleeding everywhere, and it was not good.
I wasn't verbally assaulting him or berating him. I was just telling him, you really need to leave my house. You need to go because I can't deal with you anymore and the drama that you make and the trouble that you cause,
I just want him to know I love him and I'm sorry.
I don't know that that he's changed his mentality or his way of thinking and behaving. I mean, he says that, but he always would tell me that, and then he would go back to doing the same things right after.
Only time will tell.
Yes, there is a chance to put the relationship back together.
So sad for both of those brothers. Clear that the defendant has issues. His brother seems like a very nice young man and really tried very hard to help his brother.
One incident, though, can turn it all sour.
Well, I really don't think it did, Sarah. The defendant said he felt terrible. I said, how did you feel? It was 2 months. He said, I felt terrible. He knew he had just lost it for that moment.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that they love each other.
Seems like he's on the path to getting the help that he needs and getting on the right track, though. So that's at least positive to see.
Sad. But I think he has a supportive family. I still think that he's supportive of him,
Sure.
which is very mature, very grown up, and for the defendant, very...
Man, seriously? I don't even know where to start with this one. Your mother dies. Your life falls apart. You lose your job. You have nowhere to go. And then your older brother steps up. Not a cousin. Not a friend. Not a stranger. Your own brother. He opens his home to you. A one-bedroom condo. Not a mansion. Not a big house. A one-bedroom condo where he already lives with his partner. And what does he do? He gives you a place to sleep, feeds you, helps you survive, lets you stay there for years. Not days. Not weeks. Years. Like seriously, bro. How many people would do that? Most people wouldn't even let a relative stay for a month. This guy let his brother stay for almost 3 years after their mother died. 3 years. And what happens? Arguments. Drama. Tension. Why? Because eventually every temporary situation stops being temporary. You can't sleep on somebody's couch forever and expect everything to stay perfect. That's just reality. Now here's the part that really blows my mind. Your brother sits you down and basically says, look, I love you, but it's time to move on. And honestly, I agree, 100%. The guy wasn't throwing him out on the street. He wasn't abandoning him. He was saying, "You need to start building your own life." That's a normal conversation, an uncomfortable conversation, but a normal one. Then we get to the highway incident. And this is where I completely lose sympathy. You're in a moving vehicle, highway speeds, and you decide to open the car door. Seriously? What are we doing? Whether it was a real attempt or just a dramatic stunt doesn't matter. The driver doesn't know that. Your brother sees you opening the door while the car is flying down the highway. Of course he's going to grab you. What was he supposed to do? Just watch? And then, after he grabs you, you punch him, not a shove, not yelling, not arguing, a full force punch directly between the eyes, hard enough to split his forehead open, hard enough to send blood everywhere, hard enough to leave a scar. Come on, that's crazy. The worst part, the guy you're punching is literally the same person who gave you a roof over your head after your mum died. Think about that. The same brother who carried you through one of the hardest periods of your life. The same brother who helped when nobody else was helping. And that's how you repay him? Nah, I can't defend that. Not even a little bit. Do I think Jonathan was going through emotional struggles? Absolutely. Do I think losing a parent can mess someone up? Without question. Do I think mental health issues are real? Of course. But none of those things give you a free pass to assault somebody, especially the person who's trying to help you. What stood out to me most was that Stephen didn't seem hateful. He seemed hurt. There's a difference. He wasn't trying to destroy his brother. He just wanted accountability. And honestly, the judge got this one right. The Sandu 500 judgment wasn't about the money. It was about responsibility. Actions have consequences. And if you punch somebody and leave them bleeding in a moving car, you're responsible for that. Period. At the end of the day, this case isn't really about a punch. It's about gratitude. It's about appreciating people who help you when you're at your lowest. Because once you burn that bridge, you might never get it back. Hopefully, these brothers can repair their relationship someday. But man, that's a painful way to learn a lesson. If you enjoyed this reaction and want more courtroom breakdowns, real opinions, and savage reactions to cases like this, make sure you support the channel, leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next episode.